Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Resonant Rise. Okay, in our last episode, we went over getting some different items set up for the Ender chest and Ender pouch, and so I'll go ahead and connect that up real quick. Let's see, I think I have an item node over here. That's a liquid node. There we go. Here's one. So this is all we need for this, and take this, drop this in over here. Oh, you're in the way, buddy. Like that, boom, that's connected to that. So now, any ores that go into here are going to go up and go into the system. So if I had any copper, which I don't, or osmium, I don't think I have any of that either. I don't know why I checked that. I know it's all in there's patterns. So let's see here. Looking for some osmium. Hey, there's some osmium. So, in theory, go to our tool bag, get our ender chest out, or ender bag out. We open this, we'll hear that chest open up over there. See? Throw osmium in here. It's going to go into there, up through here, up all the way up through there, into this, back into here, and down. So let's run upstairs real quick. Alright. If we look in here, there should be, there we go, 4 osmium ore. So now if we were down mining, we'd be able to literally open up this bag, throw in our ores, and they'd come up in here into the smelter and they'd be smelting. So it's pretty cool, interesting way to, like I was saying before, extend your mining. So awesome. All right. So over here, I've been laying down the trodden dirt. We'll get to that in a second. And this is what I'm going for. And this stuff makes you run super fast. It's really awesome. So I'm going to actually complete this doorway back up because it got blown up by the meteor. So I'm going to run a door, or run this trodden dirt all the way to the doorway. And then I'm going to run a path of it down to there, around, over to there. And then come back over, and then do the same thing this way. It's going to come along down here, and it'll cross in front of those awnings. I think 1 block out, so about to right here. So like that. I'm thinking this is where we're going to cut across that. Oh, I forgot about these holes down here. So I'm going to do that. So yes. So what I want to do is something like this. I think we're gonna have another hole right about here. So then about 3 or 4 wide, and we're going to continue this path to go out around there. And it's going to continue around this way and then meet up with this one that's coming around this way. So it's going to be pretty cool. And this is going to go all the way out through the gate. So I have a bunch of that dirt here. And hey, we need sand to do this. So let's throw this, 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 and this. And that's how you make the course, or the trod dirt. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and dig up some of this real quick here so I can give you guys an idea of... Alright. Because I didn't make a lot of it this pass, so... Not worried about these... Well, that's not good. Those obsidian tiles are never a good sign. Those are from Thaumcraft, yeah. Whenever you find those, that means bad things will spawn there. So, yeah. Ah, I know that stuff lying around is annoying, guys. Just give me a minute here. So we have this gate here that's kind of like temporarily set up. We will be able to put a more permanent actual drawbridge there. The Advanced Warfare mod that we've been starting the research on has a actual drawbridge and portcullis, and we'll be actually able to set up the real deal. It'll move up and down. And oh, come on, Havoc. Alright, well, you guys get the idea with this. So what I'm going to be doing is I got my Twitch account all set up and everything, so I'm going to start doing a lot more live streaming for all the different things that I'm going to be doing around here. Like when I'm harvesting a bunch of ores and stuff like that, or building roads like this, I'm going to live stream those. So for those of you who want to catch me in a live stream, you can catch me there. Alright, so let's go throw a lot of the stuff in my chest over here. Get my food, the hammer. That's it. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look into the ME system that I was telling you guys about before. And basically what it does is, well, it's an inventory management system. And probably one of the best there is in Minecraft. It allows you to pretty much put, it's the largest backpack you'll ever see in the game. Or the largest chest you'll ever see in the game, to be put bluntly. Okay, so initially I had planned on putting it somewhere on the surface, and I've decided against that. The reason being is because ME can work and interface with pretty much any mod in the game, and those that don't, you can kind of make it integrate with other mods in the game. So, like, all of the smelters, Advanced Warfares, they have farming system and stuff like that. They can all get integrated with it. Yeah, pretty much every system. So what I plan on doing is actually putting it right below our feet. I'm going to replace all the sand with sandstone because, well, sand falls. So if we dug underneath this floor right here, all the sand would fall on our heads. So what I'm going to be doing is basically about 2 to 3 blocks down from this surface here is hollow out as much of this as I possibly can. And it's going to be at least 2 blocks because I do plan on having water on the surface. So probably 80%, let's go ahead and look at journey maps, this will make it easier. Probably about 80% of this area is going to get hollowed out. So I'd say all of this area right here is going to get hollowed out. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but, well, you know, it is what it is. And let's see, let's put 1. Oh, 1. Save. Yeah, let's go to here. Make that 2. 3. And we'll make this one 4. So pretty much from those beacons, about 2 blocks down underneath, and I mean I have cool things like I have our hammer. That's right, guy right here. That'll definitely speed this process up. So I'm gonna come down here, and it's gonna make quite a bit of a mess because of all the sand we have. So how many is that down? That's quite a ways down. Get some glass here. So how the glass is working is there's auto smelt on this, and it's smelting the glass or the sand in the glass. It's like it came out of a furnace. It's pretty cool. A buddy of mine reminded me that that was what was going to happen. All right, so what's going to end up happening here is going to do that, and all that sand will fall. And it's going to be quite a cleanup process for a lot of this because of, I wasn't expecting to get experience with all that. That's cool. Got enough glass. I need the rest for the trodden dirt, so What's going to end up happening is oh, cool. Thanks, Meteor Shield. We're going to end up having to dig out so much of this area, and so much underneath this is going to be sand, that I'm going to have a lot of cleanup work. And so this is why I'm pretty much going to resolve these kind of things to the stream. I don't want to be too far away from the surface, is because every time I want to make a connection to the surface, if I have to dig up through 3 blocks to get up there, is just going to make it that much harder. So what I'm going to do here is, you know what? We're going to make another tool. We're going to make another tool. It's called the excavator. It is basically the hammer equivalent of for dirt. So we're going to come over here, put this here, and we need a pattern for the excavator head, which is this guy right here. We'll come over here. We're going to put this in here. We're going to make it out of ruby, just so we can just make it really quick and have it. And now we'll come over here to this thing, and what do we need to make an excavator? We need a faceplate and both of those. Alright. So faceplate out of ruby, tough binding out of ruby, and a tough rod out of ruby. Alright, so we come over here, excavator. There we go, 1 ruby excavator. So this is going to be, like I said before, the equivalent of our hammer, but for dirt and sand. See, it hits 3 at a time. So it will hit this, hit it with that. So that'll speed up this process really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start clearing out quite a bit of this. I start aiming for... Wow, there's going to be so much sand falling down from above. Take a quick nap. So just giving you guys an idea of what I'm going to be going through here. I'm going to stop doing this here right after this hit. Collect the sand. So what this will end up doing is twofold. Is I'm going to get a bunch of sand, so I'll be able to use it to make our trodden dirt, and it'll also start clearing the way for the ME system that I want to have in place. So everywhere that sand falls, I'll replace it with sandstone. So we'll have a nice smooth sandstone surface up here, and then we'll have the trodden dirt road that'll allow us to run really super fast. It doesn't probably, you guys can't tell how much of a speed increase there is, but it's pretty significant. So, and on top of that, I think it looks cool. It's got that little indentation where it sits down just a little bit. I think it's pretty cool looking. Okay, so the ME system. We needed 4. I went out and found the last press, so we have all 4 presses now. And so now we're going to end up having to go through and do a bunch more grinding. I mean, this is one of those things that's just, it's very tedious to get going, but once it's going, it kind of, you can start automating it and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So the big thing we're going to need is a lot of silicon. And then we're going to need, each one of these presses takes 1 material. So silicon is for 1. We have an extra, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Engineering press, those take diamonds. Yay, expensive. The logic press takes, actually I can just type in press, I'm sure. Oh, I can't. Okay, so circuit will be, there we go. So the logic press takes gold, and then the calculation press takes Certus. And it works like that. You take the press, pure Certus, and then poof. That's how you make those. So you right click in here. That goes up there. This one is the calculation press. So you go like this, you put a piece of silicone in here, and then you get a silicone wafer back, and so on and so forth, and just make a ton of them. So I'll go over this process a little bit more in depth once we get it up and running, but there's going to be a lot of harvesting of materials and setup for this thing, and then I'll go over the setup process once it's all ready. But that is the first part of the process. So let's see here. So basically I'm down to a bunch of clearing of resources and a bunch of resource gathering. But I wanted to get you guys up to date on where we're going with the ME system and where we're going with the base. So as of right now, it's resource gathering. So I need a bunch of gold, a bunch of diamonds, so on and so forth. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing, because I don't want to leave you guys out. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, follow me on Twitter. I'm running That's Pretty Hardcore now. If you guys message me there, then I will respond back. As well as follow me on Twitch, because that's where I'm headed to right now after I stop recording. So hopefully you guys can follow me on Twitter and see when I'm going to be streaming. So so long for now. I'm going to go do a bunch of gathering and digging. So have fun and keep gaming.